Last Tuesday, Mary and I hosted some friends here on our back patio. During our conversation, one of our friends talked about how they were feeling during this period of pandemic. They said they had a sense of Groundhog Day, referring to that 1993 Bill Murray film where he gets caught in a loop where he lives one day over and over and over again. Every time I turn on the radio and hear Sonny and Cher singing "I've Got You, Babe," I think of that film. It's felt a bit like Groundhog Day, hasn't it? There's some numbness regarding the passage of time that seems to be characteristic of this season. It's like we're stuck in a time warp. I've described it as being in a Twilight Zone episode, that iconic TV series from the late 50s and early 60s. Rod Serling, the creator and the host of that show, would intone at the outset of each episode, "There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow. It is an area we call the Twilight Zone." I wish I could do an impersonation of Rod Serling. Researchers try to account for this feeling of time moving slowly during a pandemic. One of the things they think that may cause that sensation is that when we are stressed, we tend to focus more intently, and it seems as if things are moving more slowly. Time is passing not quite as quickly as normal. Stressful incidents tend to demand our undivided attention, so we feel like they're drawn out longer than they actually are. In contrast, we know the expression, all of us, time flies when you're having fun. Fun-filled vacations zoom by, but days in a hospital room filled with stress and anxiety seem to be endless. So what has the past 5 months been like for you? Has it been like a fun-filled vacation or a long stretch in the emergency room? You've probably felt more like Bette Midler, the actress and singer, who recently tweeted, "It's Saturday. I find my days are a blur. I think it's Saturday. One day is very similar to the next. News, housework, bad news, emails, worry, phone calls, cooking, eating. It's surreal. Am I in an episode of a reality show?" February's pre-COVID world now seems like ancient history. I've been thinking during this time of the words of Psalm 90. Psalm 90 is attributed to Moses. The psalm opens with these words, "Lord, you have been our dwelling place throughout all generations. Before the mountains were born, or you brought forth the whole world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. 1,000 years in your sight are like a day that has just gone by, or like a watch in the night." Moses' words prompt me to stop in my Groundhog Day funk and consider the vantage point of the psalm. Moses imagines 1,000 days, 1,000 years are to our Heavenly Father like a day gone by. Time flies for the Almighty. Tomorrow's my birthday. I will enter then the latter half of my 60s. I am what I considered at the age of 18, an old man. Every day should be precious to me, even in a pandemic. I don't know how many days I have left. By the way, neither do you. The writer of the letter of James says, "What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes." Church tradition claims that Moses lived to be 120 years old. In his estimation, I'm in midlife. I like that thought. And I love the Bible's emphasis on treasuring each day. William Law, a 17th century Anglican pastor, whose writings greatly influenced John Wesley, the founder of Methodism, once wrote this, "Receive every day as a resurrection from death, as a new enjoyment of life." That's what I'm going to do today. I invite you to do the same. You are this day, if you're a disciple of Jesus, resurrected. So enjoy life today, even if "I Got You, Babe" comes on the radio. This is Pastor Wally, and this is today's Daily Encouragement.